Well, hi guys. Guys and girls, hello, welcome. Nice to see you. Let's turn on the cam, yeah? All good. God damn. So nice to be live a little bit again, huh? Today just a couple of hours, guys. Kids are sleeping, so I took this opportunity to be a little bit with you guys and talk while I'm doing my Sunday routine. So many familiar faces. Thank you so much for dropping by. By the way, nice to see you guys. 15k queues on NA West. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing with these bots. I looked at the Steam charts earlier, and it's looking worse and worse. Like, every time I look at the Steam charts, and I don't do it very often, right? Maybe once every 3 weeks. But it's just looking worse in terms of ups and downs. When I had a video, I don't know, just several weeks ago. Ooh. LED glasses. I think we're gonna keep these for our destroyer, and we're gonna couple them with... Can I couple these with the chicken crest that I got? I got some very nice rainbow colored chicken crest for my destroyer. So I thought we would do the same, huh? With these also. Or maybe they go on the same slot. We're gonna see when we get to my destroyer, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with these bots. It's getting worse. Well, I had a video a few weeks ago where I was talking about the bot problem. It was quite many weeks ago. And when I was looking at the Steam charts during the video, it went up and down by roughly 30%, right? So we deducted that the missing difference in between Lost Ark and any other game which goes up and down by roughly 50 or 55%, the missing percent from 25 to 50 are bots. So at that time there was 25% of the current player base that was shown as a bot. But now it's worse. Now it's like, now the peaks are 750, 800k, and the lows are like 600k. So it's just a very weird... it's just worse than before. There's more players now than there were at the time of my video. Granted, at that time there was I think 500k peak. Now there's sort of 750, 800k, but the difference is also much larger in between the ups and downs. So yeah, there are a lot more bots than there were before, but also the player base has risen. So it's not like players are quitting and bots are taking over. It's just like simply more bots are being added to the game, basically. Which is not good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, you know, people are still here, the ones that have played. Yeah, I don't know. In a way, I understand why they're bad, right? Because they farm gold and people can eventually buy gold from them. So it's not a good thing for the game. Because of RMT. Yeah. %70 are bots. I wouldn't say that 70% are bots. No. I think maybe, or maybe you're right actually, or maybe a little bit less. I haven't done the math. Recently, right? Yeah. If you guys have any questions, then just please tag me at Saivo so I can see better in the chat. I really hope they're gonna fix them, but at the same time, I see how I see how the bots are valuable also for a free-to-play player. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but when someone farms things and places them cheaper on the auction house just to compete and sell it for gold which they will sell for real money to some other players, the whales, I see how having more things at a cheaper price is also exciting in a way, in a bad way. But I'm just saying, yeah. People buying upwards of 10 million gold. No, I believe you. Yeah, I believe you. Why is this game not changing my presets though? Maybe because I haven't set it up on this character. It's all good. Change them manually. Is there any meta in life skill tool stats? Yeah, there's a meta in everything in Lost Ark, of course. Yeah, but it depends on the life skill, right? What you're gonna get. For example, on herbalism, you don't need gathering speed because the level 30 perk gives you actually gathering speed. On a shovel with which you excavate, you would really want minigame difficulty reduced. So yeah. Is this music too loud for the game? I mean, tell me if the thing is too loud for the game. Haven't streamed in so long. Thoughts on the honing research delay? Yeah, I think that they genuinely messed up somehow there again. I think they would have brought it over, right? Because I think their interest is actually to get people to be... I think their interest is to please everyone at this stage of the game. So I think that because they didn't bring the honing buff over, I think just something is happening there. I don't know. I'm guessing that they messed up something. I'm not sure how exactly you can mess up bringing over a feature, but I really don't think that they're doing it on purpose, like to, I don't know, motivate people to deposit more or whatever. I think they would have brought the Stronghold honing thing if they would have had it done. I'm not sure, but the way they've messed up so far, right? These critical errors that, granted, can appear at any moment. I see how it's possible for them to have done something or thought something that wouldn't bring this feature over at the moment. Someone should make a video about the perfect tool. Yeah, you know, maybe Sci-Fi is gonna make a video about the perfect tool. Sci-Fi is top 5. Sci-Fi's top 5 stats for the life skill tools. What do I think about class release cadency? I think it fucking sucks. I'm just gonna be honest. At the same time, I understand them, but I still think it sucks. They are in a tough situation, in my opinion, with this class release cadency. They are in the situation in which they've released a game like no other release before, with tier 3 content, with a lot of problems that appeared at release, with a lot of question marks that were raised at release. Why do we even do tier 1 and 2 content? I apologize. What's the point of it if we just rush to tier 3? Why are we wasting time spending resources in this and that? Why don't we get more Legion raids, less Legion raids, more honing events, less honing events? They had a lot of problems. So, you know, in a way I do understand them. I mean, imagine if today, for example, today is June, right? This month. Imagine if in June there would come the Arcanist, and then July, August, September would come the other 3 missing classes, and then all of the Legion raids as well, of course, right? Because we want more content for the whales, because they're bored at endgame. After September, they would really have nothing to show us, nothing to show people. Plus, at the moment, they have no competition, right? So there is no competition from other MMO. They really don't necessarily need to push out something exciting like the Artist right now to make people come back. Come back from where? Where did people go? Diablo Immortal? You know what I'm saying? 900 gold for the the price of crystals has risen dramatically. That's true. That is true. But at the same time, what is a great thing to do now, since the price of materials is much lower than at the beginning, is to have more alts, right? Create more alts. That's a fantastic thing to do now. And sell the materials when people are about to hone. Like, for example, people are honing now for Vikas. It's a fantastic time to sell materials. People will be honing soon for another content. The more gear people get, the more they're gonna hone, right? The more of the relic pieces, because you cannot hone the Argos gear past 20, but you can hone the relic one. So you can also make gold in game, right? With alts, you can make raw gold from content. But yeah, it's not normal for crystals to cost this much. At the same time, you know, they're not releasing any statements either about I don't know what statements do I even want from them. About the bots, I don't know. They keep saying that there's been another Saturday ban wave for bots. Like, I don't know how many. How are we looking at in terms of bots? They're just leaving this for interpretation for the community, right? It's weird. Honing alts through tier 1 and 2 is hell. Actually, it's really nice to hone alts through tier 1 and 2 because you have the stronghold buff. So the chances are sort of almost guaranteed, like almost 100% throughout tier 1 and 2. They're almost 100% assuming you're also taking part in current events. Those events that give you books, like the chicken event, the Naruni event, the whatever events we had, they all gave us books to add for honing. I for example, had my destroyer, which we're gonna play in a moment. I had him start from scratch when destroyer came over. There was no boost, no nothing, and it was quite decent to hone. It was okay. Yeah. Who do I think is gonna be released after Arcana? I think the Reaper. My opinion is that the Reaper. It's either the Reaper or the Scouter. Definitely not gonna be the Summoner, right? Which brings me to another topic that I don't even know if I want to start discussing. Which is the fact that I don't have my main class yet, so every character that I play is sort of an alt. It's quite demotivating to keep playing alts for the rest of my life, because Summoner comes out like next year in January. I play on Kadan. I play on Kadan EU. It's hard to get tier 2 materials. Well, I mean, of course it's hard to get tier 2 materials. Oops, wrong pot. It's hard to get tier 2 materials, but at the same time it's easier to get them than tier 3 materials, right? Because they're cheaper, so you can even sort of sell your tier 3 stuff, some of your tier 3 things. When I got my destroyer, for example, my destroyer is completely free to play, and he's at 1370 at the moment. Not that that's a gigantic achievement to be at 1370 on another alt, but just saying, it came out a couple of weeks ago, and he's at 1370 now. I think my plan is to get my destroyer to 1445, same as I have my artillerist, and just decide then what I'm going to play. I think it's very valuable to have alts at 1370. I think 1370 is the absolute sweet spot right now for alts, based on the content that you can do. You can do the hard mode Abyssal Dungeons. You can do Argos Phase 1, which is a very easy, comfortable 10-minute run with a pug from LFG. So I think being at 1370 with all of your alts is very nice. It gives you a nice amount of gold also. You can also start farming the greater leap stones at 1370, which you cannot do, for example, at 1340, because you don't have the Guardian raids needed for that. And not to mention that if you have alts at 1370, 2 of them can every day take advantage of the Stronghold, right? You send your missions to do your Guardian raids. You don't even need to do Night Fox Yoho on your alts at 1370, like manually. You can just send your expeditions, and you have 2 alts doing both of their runs every day. And if you get the SS rank on your Stronghold, that's a nice amount of money. It's 300 gold per alt per day, just by sending out your strongholds and getting 4 greater ancient leapstones, and that's for EU prices, right? We most likely have NA prices that are different. So yeah. Would I push a 7th character to 1370? Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually thinking right now that I have a scrapper that I wanna push to 1370. He's right now 1340, and that's not a good item level to be anymore for an alt. It's just not efficient. You don't make enough money for it. You don't have enough juice from it. So I think my scrapper is going to be my next project to 1370, and I've created another destroyer, by the way, so I can have 2 destroyers and 2 artillerists, and that other destroyer is also going to get to 1370 as an alt, while my first one is going to be 1445. So I think my next project is my destroyer, basically, to 1445. I think 1415 is another absolutely beautiful spot to have your alts. Of course, it's harder to get than 1370, much harder. But just saying, 1415 opens up relic stuff as well, which is fantastic, right? On top of the greater ancient leapstones, you also get relic stuff from Descaluda, you get relic stuff from Valtan, doing Valtan normal mode. Valtan normal mode with a pug is very easy. Valtan normal mode with a guild run, right, which is they're a pre-made, is also very easy. So yeah. The game sucks. No, the game doesn't suck. Come on. All right. So the game itself doesn't suck. The game is a nice game. Of course, there's pay to win. Yeah, game is pay to win if you want it to be. But in terms of sucking, I don't think so. Let's see. What do we have? We have done everything at the moment on this character. Yeah, this is my scrapper. I think I'm gonna I need to push him to 1370 as well. Can I show my collections? Yeah, absolutely. Of course we can show my collections. Yeah. I have been slacking a lot on collections, to be fair. I don't really deposit real money in Lost Ark. Just a little bit, of course, because I definitely appreciate the game, and everything I appreciate has to receive some real money, right? But it's few compared to the whaling or the sharking that's going on. So that was a preface for me excusing myself for my collections. Where's my... yeah. Because I just literally didn't have the time to, let's say, sort of 100% focus on them. At the beginning of the game, when everyone was focused on honing and paying 100,000 gold for a Cerberus mount, that is the time when I focused on collections. And you can see that from my Twitter account. I have tweeted very often, like very fast progression through the collections, right, that I had. But when people stopped focusing on honing and the prices dropped for honing materials, I actually started focusing on honing myself and stopped focusing on collections. So that is the reason why my collection place doesn't really look very well. So I do apologize for this, right? That it's not perfect, and I'm definitely ashamed of some things. I'm not ashamed of my Mokoko seeds, because I probably will never go ahead and gather Mokoko seeds to 100%, simply because I think it's the weakest currency out of the collectibles. But I do apologize for my Ainea tokens. I'm still farming fish. I think I have 40 fish from Yorn, so I cannot make it anyway. Island Souls, I could have been better. Omium Stars, I could have absolutely been better, and I should have been better as an artillerist, absolutely. Masterpieces, I could have been done. Sea Bounties, I could have been better. World Tree Leaves, I could have been better. I haven't gathered, to my shame. I haven't gathered in a week, and I should gather, because I've pushed my gatherables. Like, all of them are very high levels, right? Well, except fishing. But I have 39 excavating, 37 forging, 38 logging, because I've done them, but just didn't have time, because right now I was focused on alts and honing, because prices are cheap. And, well, right now, for the past month and a half, I'm saying, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun and chill grind. Yeah, I would absolutely love to go for my Mokokos as well, right? Because it's fun and chill. But instead of doing Mokokos, I could do so many other things, like get another alt to 1370 or do the dailies on that other alt. Or I can finish my North Vern story quest, right? On the other 3 characters that I have on my account ready to do it. I mean, if you look at my roster level, 137, this is again something that I'm sort of ashamed of, right? It's higher than most other, I don't know, content creators that I've watched, but I'm just saying it could have easily been right now at 150 if I would just complete my stories and my quests and whatever else I could do. How did I grind hunting to 30? Yeah, the hunting is not something that's liked by many people. I personally like hunting a lot, but I didn't get to do it simply because excavating is just flat out better. So why would I do hunting when I can just instead do excavating? Yeah. Is there any reason to upgrade life skill tools above epic? Of course there's many reasons to do that, simply because they give you more basic effects. So if you have an epic tool, you have 3 basic effects. If you have a relic tool, for example, you have 6. Now thinking about it, is it getting an epic tool is basically for free. Getting a relic tool costs you around 10,000 gold if you want to buy the toolkit, right? So is it worth spending 10,000 gold on a relic tool? Absolutely not. It is definitely not worth it. The RNG in Lost Ark is so weird that it's not worth getting the extra tinsy binsies for anything else, really. So yeah, no, it's not worth it. At least not now. But I got my relic shovel 1 month into the game, so at that time for me it was worth it. Yeah, I would not get a. I would absolutely never get a relic tool crafting kit for example herbalism, because you lose durability so fast, and even if you have the durability loss perk, it's just still so fast you lose it in foraging, and you don't need it for foraging. Quite frankly, I would just use epic, all the way epic, because they're easier to replace also. Like if they get broken, right, you don't even need to restore their durability like you would want to restore it on a relic grade tool. You can just discard it and just craft yourself another. Yeah, sorry, I missed some of your questions. Thank you so much, by the way. I see some of my members, my channel members in chat. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me on YouTube with this paid membership. Thank you for the compliments also in chat. I appreciate it, guys. Can I please explain the special mission regarding raiding cube and boss rush? Is it more worth than doing the dungeon itself? Alright, so you want me to explain if it's worth to send your Stronghold missions to do the cube and stuff? No, it's so okay, so I'm gonna be honest, it's never worth to send your Stronghold to do stuff for you. Unless you get SS rank, right? So if you send your Stronghold to do anything for you and you do get SS rank for it, then that means you've acquired the same amount of rewards as you would have acquired by doing it yourself, right? Obviously, if you have too many alts, then I would definitely use this feature on my alts, since on your alts you're getting energy of repose anyway for many things. So you're not really focused on being the most efficient person in the world. So because of this, this golden portal, I absolutely love seeing this color. Holy cow! I'm so happy, and this is a double loot run as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. Awesome. Yeah. But I send my daily my missions. I send it for Guardian raids. I never send my missions for boss rush. I never send my missions for cube, and I never send my missions for there was another thing. The platinum fields. Yeah, never in a million years. I only send my missions for Guardian raids. Yeah, on alts. Because I don't want to spend the time doing Guardian raids on alts myself, even though all of my alts are very nicely geared. This one is the worst geared out of them all, by the way. It has 3 engravings, and also the stats are pretty decent. So even though I've put a lot of effort into my alts so that when I play them I actually feel like it's a lovely experience, I never send them for boss rush, cube, and platinum fields. Only for Guardian raids. And I'm very happy when I get SS rank, because that means I get 3 leap stones for each run, which for me is very nice. Yeah, I enjoy doing boss rush a lot. I enjoy doing boss rush much more than I enjoy doing Guardian raids, for example. Simply because in boss rush it's a place where you don't need to consume any consumables, right? So it's a free place, as opposed to a Guardian raid where sometimes you need to use a flare or 2. Sometimes you're, I don't know, maybe forced to use a pot, you know. If you go with a group especially, you might be forced to use a pot. If you go solo, you can consume those deaths, right? So you can slowly die and rest up at the base. But then if you rest up on the spot, then you consume a feather. So you know, it's convenient. You pay for convenience in Guardian raids. I like to do platinum fields. I like to do platinum fields a lot. Yeah. And also the cube is something that I don't dislike, even though I don't really like it. It's something that I just don't dislike. And I also think that the extra, right? The extra stage in the cube is very nice. And I can also use 3 tickets for the cube, right, at once. So it's not a big deal to do 1 run of a cube a week on your alts. Yeah. Why are my loot notifications different? Because I've set them up. You can set up loot notifications in the menu here, right? I believe it was in, I don't know where it was, either in community or gameplay. So you can set them up to be less invasive. This came about with the most recent big patch, the one that changed the class balance also. It brought some quality of life changes as well. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I haven't yet made up my mind. On YouTube, for me, it's a very simple, straightforward process of pressing 2 buttons and I'm live. I'm happy to be here because I have videos also that are also here. So it's just more comfortable for me at the moment. But I'm absolutely considering streaming on Twitch, yeah. Yeah. The upcoming patch, what are my thoughts on it? I think it's very nice that they decided to add Vikas soon after Valtan, simply because people would now have the opportunity to finish up their relic sets. But not only that, more important than people finishing up their relic sets is that people have now an opportunity to another source of getting gold from, right? And to get another 3,000 gold a week on your main character. I think that's pretty nice, and I think it's a decent update because you can get gold from 3 different Legion raids per week per character. So that's very nice that we have one more source of gold. Finishing up the sets could have been done in August as well. It's not like people have full sets already. People have 2 or 3 pieces tops. So yeah, there would still be a bit of time, right? Let them change the quality of those pieces, you know, there's other things to deal with. But Vikas is a nice way of making gold as well. So I'm very happy that they decided this. I really think that in between Vikas and Kokuseiton there should be a break. I don't think that Kokuseiton is valuable for the sets, right? Because with Kokuseiton materials, those bonuses that you get on your sets, like two-piece bonus, 4-piece, and 6-piece bonus, those bonuses you get to enhance them and make those bonuses better with Kokuseiton materials. So I don't think it's valuable enough for it to warrant coming out in August. Sorry, no, in July. Oh shit, I missed that completely. And I thought he disappeared already once. Why did he disappear twice this time? Yeah. Anyway, so I think I think there should be a break in between Vikas and Kokuseiton of a month. So that people... Don't you hate it when you get a boss rush ticket on an alt and you do not get it on a main? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love boss rush, so give me more tickets on any of my characters. But when I don't get it on main and I get it on every single one of my 13, 40 alts, this is just... Yeah, I think it's important for them to give people this feeling that that constantly honing is not something that should happen very often in Lost Ark. So because of that, I believe that that they should take a break in between Vikas and the next release. A break of 1 month, right? So nothing in July, just the Arcanist, and let's leave Kokuseiton for August. What do you guys think of the next patch, by the way? Are you guys happy with the next patch? Do you think that they should take a break or they shouldn't take a break? New content every month, new honing every month, right? I believe it's a bit stressful. I think Lost Ark shouldn't be stressful. I think the direction of the game should be unstressful because it is a pay-to-win game. You can literally buy everything you want in Lost Ark. So because of this, I think that they should forcefully keep the pay-to-win at a normal level, so that someone who doesn't want to pay to win wouldn't feel fucking stressed to hone every single day of his life and also spend money or every resource just honing. There's so much more to Lost Ark that people could do with their time. Not enough classes. Yeah, that's also... They are turbo milking us. I understand why you would say that. I completely get it. Because Argos was too fast, right? We all already settled on that. That Argos was too fast. So that's a thing they already fucked up on. Then we already settled that... I think actually Valtan was quite nice. But now seeing that Vikas is also something that's coming out just a month after Valtan, it might seem that they're milking us. I don't believe they're milking us. I think Vikas is a good idea because you can enter the normal mode of Vikas with the same item level that you're currently doing the hard mode of Valtan. That's why I believe it's a good idea. Right? Because you literally do not need to hone anymore. If you're 1445, you can just not hone and do hard mode Valtan, normal mode Vikas every week. That's 2 sources of gold and also sources of materials for your sets. So I think it's a fantastic choice to have Vikas now. And Valtan was at a good timing. It had to come out so we can get the Legion raid content started. But I do think they fucked up on Argos, and I understand why you're thinking that. But yeah, you don't need to hone. Personally, I will miss 1460 as a low spender. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yep. You have two 1445s. Oh, so lovely. That is so nice. I'm very looking forward to get to 2 1445s. Hello, Saibo, how are you? Hi, and hello to everyone who has joined us recently. Thank you so much for being here. I'm great. It's a lovely Sunday. I got to sleep a little bit more today than I usually do. Usually I wake up, I don't know, 7:30, 8. Um, but during the weekends, my lovely wife also has 3 days, so she wakes up in the morning and I get to sleep a little bit longer. Um, but yeah. Okay, so we're done on another one also. Let's quickly jump on. Which do we jump on? We jump on my artillerist, yeah. We have the Scaluda also. Perfect. First time catching the stream is like 4 a.m. for me. Thank you so much for joining me at 4 a.m. Are you from the US or Australia? Where is it 4 a.m. at the moment? Yeah, they could have also released them in a different way, right? They could have released the normal mode of Valtan plus the normal mode of Vikas at the same time, like it was initially in Korea. They could have done that also. Let's abandon this quest because it bothers me. This one. Bothers me that I have it there. What is the best chill build for artillerist? It's the swiftness one. There's only two builds for artillerist. It's either the one based on swiftness or the one based on speciality, as in those stats are the highest numbers. I actually have both of them. So for Chaos Dungeons, I play the swiftness build, and for every other content, basically, I play the specialization build. It's very chill to play swiftness on artillerist. It's very nice. Right, let's do it. PST 4 a.m. so Pacific Standard, right? West Coast 4 a.m. Okay, so I need to start streaming sooner, like when it would be sort of 10 p.m. your time in US, which would be 10 a.m. my time here. Very doable. So for Chaos Dungeons, I play the swiftness build. I have it set in presets with engravings, and also wait, where's my shit? I forgot. This is the gear. Right. So this is very chill, very nice to play, easy going, right? But if you actually want to do damage on artillerist, which is quite a substantial amount of damage, you play speciality. Have I done Valtan this week? Yeah, I've done Valtan actually yesterday. Saturday is the day where my guild does Valtan. Yeah. I'm in the normal mode pre-made for Valtan, by the way. So on the Western release, I've never done the hard mode Valtan, if you can believe it. I've done it on my Korean account long time ago, but I've not done it here because the group that I'm in, we have several groups in our guild, and I decided to play with the people in the guild that aren't, let's say, more chill, but don't want to pay, let's say, any real money. So because of this, they are not 1445 at the moment. So we're doing Valtan normal mode. Where's here for me? I live in a European country called Estonia. What's my advice for hitting 50 with an alt in Anika? What? No, you cannot go to North Vern from Anika even if you're 50. I don't know how you hit level 50 in Anika. Like, how is that possible? Don't see how that can happen. But anyway, you need to finish the story in Argentine. That's the thing. So in order to get to Vern and finish the Vern story quest, so you can unlock the end game content, you actually need to finish Argentine before Vern. Right? So, yeah. Grinding mobs? Yeah, I mean, imagine how many mobs you need to grind to hit 50 in Anika, because every mob gives 1 XP. I don't know. Maybe a former bot account, right? Who knows, maybe a former bot account that has hit 50 in Anika, and now he's selling his account. Who knows? I'm joking, of course. Nice to catch you, Simon. Nice to see all of you guys here with me. Thank you so much. Just a couple of hours today, right? 2-3 hours maybe. I really want to get into streaming. I would hope that that I would have more time for it. So I'm trying to make time, but you can skip Argentine and go straight to North Verne. I don't know of that possibility. I always knew, including our Western release, I knew that you have to finish Argentine story quest in order to unlock the story in Verne. You can skip Anika, sure. You can skip Tortoik, sure. It's not a prerequisite for the North Verne story, but yeah. Am I hosting another Stronghold event soon? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody gives a shit about my Stronghold event, okay? Except the people who do, which are very few people. For me, how can I explain this the best way? The way I thought about my Stronghold event is that I would get a paid promotion because I have someone every week asking me to give me their money so I can promote their product on my channel. Generally, it's not the very legit products, like, I don't know, Raid, Shadow Legends, some other Son of Heroes of the Storm, mobile/PC game, right? But we're playing Lost Ark, which is inherently a pay-to-win game, so it's not a big problem if I promote another pay-to-win game to you guys, right? Anyway, leaving that aside, what my original idea was is that I do my Stronghold contest, right? And I take a paid promotion for all of those videos, for each of those videos. Out of that paid promotion, I would spend half of that money in prize money, right? So that's what I did with my last Stronghold competition, where I gave out 500 euros as prize money to the people who won in gold, in Lost Ark Gold, right? We purchased it together from the Crystal Exchange. But since nobody gives a shit about my Stronghold competition, I'm very demotivated to create those videos because nobody watches them. And if nobody watches them, the people who sponsor me are not happy with the video. So I'm not gonna get sponsors in the future if I keep fucking up. So because of that, I think my Stronghold competition is on a hard pause. As much as I love to do the content myself, it's just not working out. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mostly decline offers to get paid for I don't know, all of these games that wanna pay you, like the raid thing. I've done several raid promotions last year when I was upgrading my setup, my PC and my camera and stuff. So that was a good income, and I'm very thankful to those of you who watched my videos and maybe even gave Raid Shadow Legends a try so that they can sponsor me again. So I'm very happy with that. But other than that, I've declined since then constantly. I believe same as other content creator, which gets a lot of offers, but just we just decline a lot. Yeah. I was very happy. I was really happy in recent times that I started to get like proper companies contacting me for things. I got, for example, Acer, the laptop company, Acer, to have a paid promotion for one of their products. So that was really nice. I got Keeps, the hair loss prevention company, for another paid promotion. That was really nice. Just legit, for the first time in my life, right? Just legit companies contacting me, so I was very happy. My Stronghold is level 60 and I'm creating a giant maze, and I was wondering if you wanted to visit. Yeah. I would love to do this Stronghold competition. I think I think personally it's very nice content. Unfortunately, in Lost Ark, the way the culture has been bred here, and I'm not saying it's the fault of other content creators, I'm just saying it might be the fault of the game. But anyway, the way people think here, everything is about honing. If you don't hone, then you can fuck off. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is part because of the game. I think it's part because of the clickbait. So every other content that you're trying to do about Lost Ark has to be clickbait. It has to be a gigantic title like The Truth About Fucking Honing in Lost Ark, where in the video I get told not to hone 6 times in a row if I fail, or not to use my gold and waste all of my gold buying honing mats if I'm on a failing spree, which is the dumbest thing ever. But like, you know, this is how it is. So my Stronghold contest is sucky content for what Lost Ark needs at the moment. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. Not in the foreseeable future, because I don't have enough money to give away, right? And if I don't take sponsors, I don't have enough money. And if I don't have enough money to give away as a prize, for me, it's not that interesting. It was very interesting when the last guy won 60,000 gold, right? And this was on the EU side of things, by the way. In NA, probably it would have been 100k. What do I think about Aeon Classic? I think Aeon Classic is a little bit more pay to win than Lost Ark, simply because you have open world PvP, which is affected also by pay to win. Other than that, other than the open world PvP, both games are as pay to win as each other. I love Aeon. It was the game that I played the most. It means a lot to me as a game. But yeah, it's dead. I think it's dead. Deaderino. Done. Kaput. Nobody's playing. Nobody cares. And it's over. What do I think about legendary engraving books being cheaper in Korea than they are in EU? I think that's pretty normal. In Korea, they have had 3.5 years of incentives giving them tokens or books, so that whenever they get a book, or whenever they get more tokens, or whenever they farm them, they can just sell them, because everyone is already decked out in books. So the people that have alts already have engravings ready for them. So I think it's pretty normal for the price there to be cheaper than our price. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, that hey, our economy is not as dense as the Korean economy, so we should have cheaper prices, comparing price to price. But yeah, that's not the case. It's actually the other way around. Yeah. Hey Jesse, thank you so much for becoming a member again. 11 months. How are you doing? I'm fine, thank you so much. Pretty rested today, very happy. I was so rested today because I got to sleep more that I thought, hey, I might as well just turn on my stream. What's the crystal price in EU? I think it was 850 gold. We can check right away. 910. Yesterday was 850 or 870. Yeah. Ah, you were asking if I want to come over and do the maze. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. I thought for the competition. Yeah. We'll definitely drop over. My weapon has been plus 17 for 4 weeks. I'm gonna pity soon. Oh god. Yeah, you know, the honing system in Lost Ark is pretty weird, but at the same time, sometimes it gets very rewarding. There are those rare times, maybe once every month and a half, when you one tap twice in a row. It's like, you know, from 17 to 19, one tap, and you're so depressed before that. And then when that happens, it's like the most joyful moment ever, like Christmas came early. So then you kind of forget the game for its, you know, problems so far. It happens to everyone eventually. I'm gonna die. What are my thoughts on the current state of the game? I think it's moving on. Yeah. I think there's a lot of problems, but at the same time, there's a lot of positives as well. Any tips for artillerist? Yeah, don't die in Chaos Dungeons. Absolutely. One tapped from 19 to 21. That's a pog moment right there. On a serious note, in terms of tips for artillerist, just, I don't know, get some good stats and get your firepower engraving up. Yeah, that's my tip. I think you shouldn't play. I think you shouldn't play a build based on specialization if you're in tier 1 and 2. I think you should start playing that specialization build the earliest when you get your Argos gear, so 1370 or more. So I think before that you should play a build based on swiftness. I actually have a video guide, very in-depth, guiding you on the swiftness artillerist. So you can find it on my channel. I also have a video guiding you on the this specialization artillerist. What content do I look forward to when news comes out? What is the driving force? Well, for me, the driving force in the game is sort of already here. Yeah, I have a lot of the things that I was looking forward to, except my main class. That's still not here, and that's like one of the biggest letdowns. That the main class that I want to play, I have to wait for it for a year. But other than that, I have a lot of the content that I really enjoy doing. Like, for example, the Chaos Dungeons are here. The boss rush is here. The boss rush could have also not been here. You know, we waited quite a long time for boss rush in. This is such a bad... Adrenaline supercharge. With swiftness on it. So a destroyer is definitely not gonna play this. Plus it's 3-3, so it's crap. Right. What about my soul stones? All out attack, crushing fist. This is crap, and that I'm gonna keep. Yeah, pretty bad Chaos Dungeons. Let's do some Descaluda, shall we? Do you always farm Infinite Chaos? I farm Infinite Chaos Dungeons every day, yeah. So whenever I have like a down moment, like for example, whenever I don't look, we can do Moake also. In 36 minutes, we need to do Moake also. Yeah. So whenever I have a down moment, I definitely farm Chaos Dungeons. I have classes, I play classes that are very good for mobbing content and very rewarding, like Destroyer and Artillerist. Summoner is also super rewarding in terms of Chaos Dungeons, so it's a content that fits the class very well, so I enjoy very much doing this. Let's find a party. By the way, do you know what the best way to find a party is? At least on EU Central. You type X2 here, and you type big, huge, huge, and that's how you go about it. So this is the clickbait that needs to happen even in LFGs. This is how you get your groups filled up the fastest way, right? Because otherwise, if you apply to other people, they're gonna check your engraving setup, and they're gonna see that you have 4 points here in defense reduction, and they're gonna think, holy fuck, what a scrub. So you need to, you know, go over the top with gigantic, big-ass DPS. Otherwise, you just won't make it. It's the state of Lost Ark right now. Someone was asking me what I think about the state of the game. I think it's all clickbait, including in LFGs. 2 DPS, 2 of them 4-3. Yeah, let's join these people. I have 4 times 3 engravings, right? So I'm definitely able to join. Not gonna happen. Let me check my build. Oh shit, I'm based on swiftness, so probably that's why I'm not getting invited. So I need to change my build, because some guy said that specialization is the only way to go in Lost Ark. So because of that, I need to change my build, make sure I have the exact perfect build. Also need to have some relic pieces. If you don't have relic pieces, you're fucked. You cannot do the Scaluda, right? Maybe I just end up doing it solo. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm just a little bit pissed off. Some stuff is just excessive. I understand, you know, trying to max out your runs and do them fast, and I get it, but from that's a limit to go so far above. Two times 1460. X2. What is this guy about? Okay, they're full 2x. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, got rejected right away. Yeah. I guess they don't want any 1445 scrubs. 2x, 1 DPS. This guy's full. 1 support. 2x daily. Okay, let's join this guy. Let's go community run. Oh god. Is that what I have to do? No, it's fine. I can just make my own group. I told you. You know what? Fuck this. Make our own group. 2x big huge DPS. This is exactly how you do it, right? You go here, you go pull up, and now you wait for applicants. There you go. A Bard, 1439. Easy support. We're missing support. Sorcerer, Shadow Hunter, Deathblade, Berserker. I can choose my own goddamn groups. Look at this 1460, 1475s. Let's get them all in a group. Are we ready? We're ready. Let's enter. Easy Descaluda. That's how you do it. I just matchmake. Holy cow, you're brave. Holy cow. Holy cow. Is that the brave thing to do? He's right here. No need to use a flare. Yeah, you can see them, left and right. These are my viewers? I don't think so. What viewers? Do I have viewers? I'm joking. I have you guys. I'm very thankful. No! There we go. Oh no. Please come back. My DPS. Ah, he came back. Hey, I saw some person becoming a member or subscribing. I'm gonna come with you in a moment. Ariel, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it. We are all bots. No, I'm not. I was joking. I was joking. I don't know if it was people who were watching me or not, but it always works. You just have to type in caps lock, all caps, big, huge, DPS, monster, you know, monster everything, and then that works very well. I'm watching you from Switzerland. There you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I get it. All right. Someone's still harvesting their loot. All right. So I got a pity run. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Nice. And now my goal is to do more damage than this friend of ours. Yes, so I need to focus this run because I don't think he should do more. I need to focus Arena. I'm not reaching him. Holy cow. Boss is jumping so much. It's always the jump. Very bad. Yeah, this was for me. This was a bad run. He jumped so often. Imagine boss is jumping in Lost Ark, right? Ah, that was mine to do, and I didn't do it. Of course, of course, of course, of course, absolutely. Alright, well, I don't know what the fuck this boss is doing today, but he's on the other side of the map, like really. How did he get here? It's like a constant jump. I've never seen this boss jump so much or fly so much. Never in my life. It's not even about the counters. It's not even about that. It's just... Oh god. Missed my awakening skill completely. This time he's gonna do even more DPS. At least last run I did it right. Generally in these runs, no matter their item level, artillerist is pretty strong, so I can get MVP as long as a bard or a paladin is not getting the healing one. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad though. If stuff moves out of your shit as an artillerist, you're just done. You can say goodbye. Yeah, he did 3% more than last time. I'm pretty sure I can do more, just not today. Thank you so much, guys, by the way. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Very nice. Right. So that's what I need to do in order to get groups. I need to stream. Then I can get a lot of pity groups. But yeah, very nice. Cool. What about this necklace? Okay, okay. Listen, this is not the best. I think I actually depends how much it sells for. Yeah, okay, so this is not the best, yeah. But it's not the worst either. It's just somewhere there, a few thousand, okay? A few thousand. Let's take a look. What are these? This has +3 attack power reduction and +3 defense reduction. Yeah, this is you know, this is like entry level. Hey, you know, I'm a new whale in Lost Ark and I want to get some juice going. He's gonna buy this, right? So we're gonna add it for. This one isn't selling, right? 6 hours and 52 minutes left. 2k starting bid, 4k price. So I guess we're, I don't know, 3,000 and 3,000, no bidding. Yeah. Can we do Valtan together? Yeah, I need to start doing Valtan on stream also. I think we have pretty interactive runs, so. Right, let's do it like that. Yeah, it was, I overreacted. It was worse than I thought. Yeah. Cool. What else do we have? Ah, we have our daily quest, of course. Let's get some more fish, right? Let's get some more fish from for our Yorn collection book. Yeah. I watch your content for a long time. I haven't watched a lot of streams. Take my support. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Yep. Always nice to find a nice guy here. Get your daily in fast. What flavor juice? I'm drinking Pepsi. What juice? Ah, what flavor? What flavor juice with the whale thing, huh? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's for a new whale, right? Like that's for a new. But you know, listen, for 3,000 gold, which is sort of the price of a legendary accessory, also that can even 5 of those accessories, right? Which has 4 and 3, can even make you get 3 and then a 1, right? Because of the 4s. So, but I don't know. I don't think you would go for Hitmaster as a 1. But yeah, anyway, I think overall it was a pretty bad accessory in that sense. Was Artillerists my main class before NAU separate? No, it wasn't. I had a very complicated story with my main classes. I've sort of played all of them. I had a lot of time to play all of the classes in Korea, like 3 years. I played there, so it was Summoner. Summoner was my main class. Yeah, but Summoner is not out, so. Artillerist was always my alt. My first ever video about Lost Ark was in 2018, in November, or was it December? Anyway, beginning of December, something like that. And in that video, I was actually reacting to the first ever time I saw Lost Ark and the class trailers there when you select your class. And I said, dude, I really need to play. I really need to play Artillerist because it's a class that looks really nice. So I did end up making an Artillerist at that time, and I got it to level 13, and I abandoned it because I thought it was crap. So then I started playing a Soul Fist, right? I got a Soul Fist to level 50, and then I got bored of Soul Fist. I thought it's not really the class for me, and I created a Destroyer. I got a Destroyer to level 50, but then one of my friends with which I was playing Lost Ark with, he said that he cannot find a class that's suited for him in the original release. So he was a sorceress, like a mage kind of guy, and he wanted to play like a sorceress kind of mage, and there was no such thing in Lost Ark. So he said, I want to play Destroyer. So I gave up my Destroyer at that time, which was a class that out of Soulfist, Artillerist, and Destroyer, I actually enjoyed the Destroyer. So he can play it, right? Because you cannot have 2 of the same classes in a party in Lost Ark. So that's how we thought. And then I started to, I actually started to play every other class, Sharpshooter, Gun Lancer, Bard, before I found Summoner, which was way later. And I absolutely loved Summoner. He was also playing a Summoner at the beginning, and he said he didn't like it, and because of that I didn't try it myself either. So yeah, that's my story. But 14 minutes. No, 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes to Moake. Let's do Moake also. Did I live in Korea? No, I lived in Europe all this time, and I played with one of those badly purchased accounts. Hey, where's my bone? How do I plan to play Summoner when it comes out? Won't I be behind? Yeah, that's a fantastic question. I've been thinking about that a lot recently, and I can tell you that there's two options, both options which are very viable. So one option is that I continue playing my Artillerist, right? And I get to 1460, which is not a problem. I get to 1475 for Kokul. I get to 1490 for Belshaza. It's okay. And then when Summoner comes out, I just deposit real money, right? I don't know, I'm thinking 2,500 euros. Just put aside for Summoner. That's one option that Lost Ark allows you to do. The other option is that I can just simply stay at 1445 with my Artillerist. I can sell all of the materials that I get now and for the foreseeable future, assuming they're gonna go for a good price. By the way, if you wanna check the prices, if you're playing on EU Central, then I've been keeping track of prices for several months here. So if you want to check how the prices are looking and you know, when you should be selling some things, when they go high or low, and you're in EU Central, then this is a spreadsheet that is helpful to you. Yeah, if it's green here, then that means the price is good enough for you to sell. If it's red, then that means you should buy as opposed to sell it. Anyway, not important. But the other thing I can do is to stay at 1445 with my Artillerist. I know I can do hard mode Valtan. I know I can do normal mode Vikas at this item level. So that is 2 Legion raids for gold every week. And of course, the little materials that they give. I know I can do the Chaos Dungeon at 1445 that gives me tradable accessories, relic grade, if I am lucky. And I know that I have an easy time in Descaluda since it's lower item level 14, 15, which again gives me relic stuff. So I can take a lot of advantage by staying at 1445, because if Kokul Seiton comes in August, right, then why do I need to be 1460 now? I don't need to be 1460 now unless I'm a new player and I want to really experience all of the new content that comes. Hard mode, Vikas at 1460, but I'm not. I've already done this content, so for me personally, it doesn't seem like a great idea to push an alt to 1490 Belshaza. Granted, I've never done Belshaza, by the way, even though my Korean account is 1510. I've never actually finished Belshaza because when there was time for Belshaza, there was rumors for our Western release. So I thought I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to ruin the whole Lost Ark for me. So I've never actually entered Belshaza, something very exciting for me to look forward to. But yeah, so these are my two options. And I also have another option, which is my third option, and that's the option where I would get my destroyer, right? My destroyer, I would get it to 1445 also, and then think about it there. Wait, how much time? We have 20 minutes, 15 minutes to Moake. So we can be ready for Moake and we can go there. Yeah, I apologize. Link, yes, I'm sorry. Here you go. You're right. Yeah. I update that sheet. Well, ideally, I update it every day with different prices. But in reality, sometimes it's also once every 2 days. But eventually, in months to come, you're going to have a sort of a rounded up, a good overview on what is exactly the status of. For EU Central, there is another guy that has one, or at least had one of these spreadsheets for NA. Matt Jestik is his name. He's the guy that I took the spreadsheet from and started keeping one for EU Central. So he has one for NA West. I don't know. Did I see the bot damage video? No, I did not see the bot damage video. If you guys want to give me any videos to look at, I have my Discord, which is linked in the description below. And you can give me stuff here. Where is it? I don't know, Lost Ark General, for example. I can take stuff from here. Also in the stuff that Saivo can react to, I think I don't know if you can post here, but yeah. So it's on my Discord. Yeah. Happy to watch other videos also. Let's do a little bit on our destroyer as well. 10k queue, yeah, that's really sad. It's actually really sad that the queues are still happening. You would think that you know, queues are something that should have been fixed a long time ago when they actually fixed them for all of the regions. But since someone gave me something. Okay, let's watch this. This is just a second. Let me just make sure that the sound volume is okay. Let's take a look. Actually, maybe we can watch this and I can stay on my character so we can catch a good channel for Moake, right? Since we want to do it. That Reddit page is not loading up. Ah, now it is. Okay, now it is. Now it is. Let's take a look. Let me just quickly make sure that the audio is fine. Actually, there is there any audio? Sorry, new to streaming. Maybe there is no video. Let's take a look at this. Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So basically, a guy here hiding everything, so we cannot really see much anything. Doing the Scaluda and millions upon millions of damage. I like the fact that you get to see like how much HP do things have on top of them, like 100%, right? This is interesting. But yeah, it's really bad. Like, this is really bad. I don't know if is this footage real, actually from a bot, or is this some, I don't know, sort of GM kinda. I have no idea, but most likely from a bot, yeah. This is why grudge books from Thronespire will either crash in price or become untradeable. Yeah, this is bad. This is it's bad, yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. On one hand, I don't even understand why this is happening. Like, how is this allowed, right? We can still do stuff on the destroyer, at least the daily quest. My kid is here. You wanna say hi? Come here. Hai de aici. Hai să spui ciao. My kid is coming to say hi. Haide. Repede. Come here. Oh. There she is. Uite acolo. Hi, stream. Right. Okay. Get out of here. It's smoky. Afară. Închide ușa la tata, te rog. I apologize. My kid came here to say hi. Yeah. It's really bad though. You know, luckily there's I actually wanted to say something really dumb, Luckily, there's cooldowns in place, but I forgot that they're bots, so they have like 1 million accounts, so they can do that thing 10,000 times a day. Are you Romanian? Yeah, I am Romanian. Yeah. Hey, actually, maybe we should do a tier 2 Chaos Gate. I don't think I want to do... Actually, no, Chaos Gate later. I want to do Moake now. But yeah, I think I'm going to do... For the following week, I'm going to do tier 2 Chaos Gates for the maps. I think they're priceless at the moment. They're so high in price. It's so nice to sell them. Or even use them yourself, because I have another destroyer that I want to get to 1370. Ideally, I would think that I would have two 1445s, destroyer and artillerist, and also two 1370s of destroyer and artillerist. I already have a 1370 artillerist, so I just need one more destroyer. Yeah, playing destroyer is a little bit complicated, especially if you want a pug. Because to be fair with you, the Rage Hammer engraving, which is, let's say, pushed as the mainstream kind of engraving, is weaker than the gravity training. So because it's weaker, I don't necessarily feel like playing it. So if I don't feel like playing something that's weaker, even though it's easier to use, like the Rage Hammer is easier to use than gravity training, nobody's gonna take you in their groups if you play engravings that are not, I don't fucking know, on Reddit, right? So yeah, it's a little bit weird right now. But yeah, I really enjoy the class. I think I enjoy Destroyer more than Artillerist, even though it does less DPS. So let's say a gravity training destroyer does less DPS than a specialization barrage enhancement artillerist, right? Which are, let's say, the highest DPS builds for both classes. But even if it does less damage, I still sort of enjoy it more because it's a little bit more tanky, more survivable. So I like that about it. Wait, did I even have this quest? Yeah, I had it. It's all good. There will either be Hyper Express event or Power Pass that starts you at 14, 15 or higher by the time Summoner is out, don't you think? I think, yeah, well, I don't know what exactly they're planning to do for people to catch up, but I know that, for example, in Korea, there was... I'm not sure if there still is, because I haven't actually played on my Korean account for, I don't know, 8 months. I've logged in for this and that, for maybe a video or not, but not played it. So there was a boost at one point. There was a boost to 1445, if you can believe it. There was an event, I believe, that boosted you to 1445. Or was it 1415? There was something, right? And it was something quite big. 1370 boosts were very popular in Korea, even last year. So yeah, it's definitely possible to catch up. But just saying, by the time Summoner comes out, everyone's gonna be 1490, because this is like, we're talking about next year January. So you know, getting from 1415 to 1490, that's still a challenge, right? You still need to either have a lot saved up, which is something that I could potentially do, or you need to pay real money, which is also something that, I don't know, fuck, I can take a loan, right? I can take like a quick loan, and yeah. Yeah, I think they're gonna give us someone was asking, what are my predictions on the Power Pass and Express event? I think they're gonna give us... The Express event is great, so the Express event is actually helpful, while the Power Pass is not helpful. It doesn't matter if you have a Power Pass to Punica. Quite frankly, it's bad if you use Power Passes. It hurts your account in general, because you're not gonna get roster level by manually finishing all the story quests. And even right now, my roster level, which is, let's say, to the high side compared to the majority and compared to other content creators, it's still low. For me, this is very low. I should have been 150 a minimum by now, but just not enough time. So if you just Punica Power Pass, which they said they're gonna give us with, I believe they said they're gonna give us in the summer a Punica Power Pass, and I think that's gonna be in July when they release the Arcanist, right? It's not helpful to just get to Punica, right, and have 1302 gear. Yeah, it's nice, you can skip tier 1 and 2 gearing stages, but tier 1 and 2 combined for a player who has already played the game and has the Stronghold research available and has, you know, a couple of books, right? These books that help your honing. It's 100% success rate, right? And the total cost, because I've been through this tier 1 and 2 very recently on my destroyer 1370, and the total cost of passing tier 1 and 2 with gold for the shards, if you buy the shard packs at the proper time, of course, is somewhere around 30,000 gold, right? 30 to 40,000 gold if you just buy everything. That's not a lot of gold. No, you know, you can make 20k gold per weekly reset if you have 3 characters that you play, 1 main and 2 alts, or 1 main and 3 alts. That's doable to make 20k gold, or like on a week for your weekly things. No, so it's not such a bad. So this Punica Power Pass, you know, it's still a lot of honing afterwards. After 1302, you get to the place where it really starts to hurt your pocket, the honing. And then it gets harder after 1370, and then it gets harder after 1415, and then, you know, it keeps getting harder. So yeah, an express with Punica also, yeah, absolutely. As I said, those express events, those are really helpful because they actually give you honing mats, right? Which is something that you're looking for. You're not looking to skip the story, right? Even if you don't want to skip the story, it literally takes you 2 resets, so 2 weeks plus 1 day to actually finish stuff normally, plus maybe 5,000 gold, right? So it's definitely doable. You won't push for 1460 to do Vikas hard? No, I will absolutely not push for 1460 to do Vikas hard. For 2 reasons. One reason is that the guild pre-made that I was assigned to has still people that are 1445 or 1450 and will not get to 1460. So we won't even do Vikas hard when it gets released. That's one reason. And the second reason is that at the moment I'm confused whether I should continue with my artillerist, which is a class that absolutely is my alt, has never been in discussion to be my main, or should I change my main to destroyer and wait for summoner, or should I even give up summoner as a thought? So I'm confused, but no, I won't hone on my artillerist at the moment. Plus it's very good to sell stuff for honing right now, and also I'm not losing out on anything. I'm literally not losing out on anything. It's the same. What are we doing? No, thank you. It's the same. I can do Vikas normal mode, and yes, it's going to take me, I don't know, 3 more resets to finish up my Vikas pieces for my relic grade gear, but yeah, it's not really a big loss. Will I hone my weapon plus above plus 20 just so I can keep up with the damage numbers that other classes might do when they are 1470? Okay, sure, I can see that as a possibility. Just throw some untradeable mats on my weapon when I swap it to relic so I can keep up the damage. Because you don't get a lot of damage from gear. You get a bit, but it's a negligible amount of extra DPS. So, you know, just when I go to Descaluda, so a guy that's 1480 wouldn't out DPS me by a lot. 11k rift pieces, you cannot save rift pieces. You have to spend them every week, right? Because there's only a limit of maps that you can buy. You should get, what are the prices? We can check the prices here. Where are we looking at? This is yesterday's prices. I didn't get to update it today. So we have tier 2 blue pouches and tier 2 green pouches are rising in price. As you can see, let's remove this one, for example. Let's remove the tier 1 so you can get a clear overview on what you should be selling. So this is what's happening with tier 2 blue pouches and tier 2 green pouches in the recent days and weeks. It was very low. This was after the release of the Glavier, right? Very low because they gave us the Super Express event, so nobody was buying them and they just completely crashed. And then they slowly started to pick up, and here at the release of the Destroyer, where is it? One of these days, I think. Yeah, this is not just a full week. I've skipped a couple of days, so this is longer. Here they started to rise up again with the Destroyer, and now, for example, yesterday they really rose up compared to 3 days ago. So this is what you should be selling. If you look at if we swap here to tier 1 green and tier 1 blue, this is on EU Central, by the way. If you're playing on EU Central. So see, the prices for tier 1 things have risen, but you know, they're going up and down, and they're sort of on a flat line here, kind of. So not that much, not that worth to sell. I don't know, maybe Matt Jestik, a guy called, I'm gonna type it in chat. Sorry for the wrong caps. Anyway, maybe Matt Jestik has still the spreadsheet that he keeps up if he's still playing the game, I don't know. About NA, but this is the spreadsheet for EU. Yeah, cool. The spreadsheet link, I always forget. I need to add the spreadsheet link in my description. Yeah, here you go. How do people reach 130 roster level when going from 1 to 50 manually gives only 4 roster levels? I will tell you right after Moake. I will tell you right after Moake, right? It's about many other things. It's not just about 1 to 50. 1 to 50 is actually the lowest roster level gain and the most boring you get. So I advise you do the knowledge transfer in your Stronghold to skip the 1 to 50, right? But what you shouldn't be skipping is the Rohendel, right? The Yorn, the Phaeton, the Punica. These are the things that you shouldn't be skipping as a story. Also very important is that the tower, right? The 2 towers, tier 1 tower and tier 2 tower, gives you a lot of roster level. A lot of roster level. It's, I believe, 2 roster levels per tower or 1.5 roster levels per. We didn't get the star, right? Yeah, cool. So I believe it's 1.5 roster levels per tier 1 tower and 2 roster levels per tier 2 tower, and that's very easy to do on some of the classes. I got another fucking fish. God damn this Yorn map. Like really, I have like, I don't even know how many fishes I have, but I've been doing this quest on 2 different characters. And where's my fish? I have 28 fish and 7 leaves, and this is just on 1 character. I have another character that I've been doing this. So as you can imagine, this is already, I don't know, 30 days, and I have one other character as well. Yeah, it's been weird with Yorn for me personally. I hope you guys have better luck in that sense. And there's a lot of roster levels to be gained by doing this tower, as I was saying, with your alts, which is something that people do and make alts for. The story quest, for example, after 1340, the South Vern story quest. This is also something that people do for roster, and it's good roster gain. The more alts you have, the more you can do the boss rush. Boss rush is something that gives you a decent amount of roster level. I think it's around 150 points of roster level per level. Some levels give you fewer, some levels give you more, but maybe around 150, maybe around 200. I don't know, 180 points of roster level per level of the boss rush, right? If you get lucky with those tickets. So you know, that's like 2,500 roster points per character per boss rush done. If you have 7 alts and they all take advantage of the guild tickets and they all do their chaos dungeons and have a chance to get them from there, then you can imagine it's a lot, right? Yeah, so the more alts you have, the more roster level you have. That's the bottom line. Not to mention that collectibles, right? I've done quite a lot of collectibles. No, it's not the most I could do, but I've done quite a lot of them. Yeah. See, I haven't even been here because I've pushed this character with the knowledge transfer in my stronghold to level 50. But I did do Shoeshire, I did do the Rohendel. I was in these zones and did the story manually, right? Didn't get to South Vern, but I'm on the brink of entering South Vern with this character as well. Yeah. In terms of rapport, I'm sort of ready. I have the items. I just need the maps. But yeah, I have done collectibles give you a lot of roster level as well. Let's do some chaoses, right? When do you think we're gonna get Rowan? Yeah, I think Rowan is gonna be this summer also. I think they're gonna have a month when they're not gonna have any raids. I'm not sure if it's gonna be I'm not sure if they want to bring Rowan at the same time as Arcanist in July, or bring Rowan in August maybe with Kokuseiton, or bring Rowan in September after Kokuseiton, but should be somewhere this summer, yeah. Yeah, rapport gives a lot of roster level. Where's my rapport? Here it is. So you know, I also have rapport filled up for most of the maps. Yeah. Rohendel here, not really. Here I'm still missing some. I could one tap Nia with the rapport items that I already have. South Vern, haven't been there yet, didn't get there. The open seas, I also have sort of maxed them out, at least the important ones. Yeah. Dixion, not yet. We're not there yet. But I gave up on collectibles and map completion and stuff. I gave up when people started to do collectibles and map completion. That was the time when I actually gave up on them, because that was the time when the material prices crashed. The honing material prices crashed, and that was the time when I actually started buying and focusing on honing as opposed to focusing on map completion. I did things in our Western release, let's say counterintuitively compared to the community. So because of that, I don't know, I had a good time, but I haven't done map completion in a long time. Yeah. Why should you care what your roster level is? You shouldn't care what your roster level is. Roster level is just a number. You personally shouldn't care about it. But who cares about it is the people that you play with, if assuming you're playing with pugs and you don't always have a pre-made of friends who know your skill level, right? Because the pugs, they care a lot what your roster level is. Yeah. Roster level is merely how many alts you have played and how much map completion you have done. That's all there is. How much story you've played, how much you've done the tower. So it's not really indicative of your skill level, right? Yeah. Same as there can be, for example, very skilled players that have whaled out. There are very skilled players that also want to deposit some real money, and they also want to buy themselves 5x3 engravings, and that's perfectly fine. I have nothing against that, but again, you know, it doesn't tell a lot about the player. However, at the same time, when it doesn't say a lot in some cases, it does say quite a tremendous amount in some other cases, because if you see a person that is roster level 79 and he's applying to your Valtan group, then that person might have simply just purchased his way into the sort of end game of Lost Ark, and you might not want that person in your groups because he's simply just new. He just simply does not know how Lost Ark works, like the mechanics, the stagger, the counters, all of these things that come with a lot of playtime. So yeah. Save NA West. Yeah. Well, I don't know how anyone can save. They've been doing all sorts of weird things. They've been banning IPs, first China, then every other country that's not supposed to be there, then now they've banned Korea, and the bot numbers are still exactly the same, actually even going worse. There's more and more bots. Theoretically there's also more players, but there's also more bots. So whatever they're doing is just simply not working. It just simply doesn't have an effect. Or is being countered. They keep saying we've banned 1 million accounts, we've banned 300,000 accounts, but yeah. Hey Don, I'm good. What am I doing in this Chaos Dungeon run? Why am I so much in a hurry and not killing all of the mobs that need to be killed? Andy was asking if I remember what was the order of the classes for the Russian release. I don't remember the order of the classes, but we are not following the order that Russia had. Not by a single chance. Russia released, for example, when Paladin was not available as a class, right? So they didn't have the Paladin. We had it day one. The same goes with Striker. Striker is also a class that we had right at the beginning, but they didn't because it wasn't released. So no, we're not following any normal class release schedule. I heard some people were saying that Amazon is following the oldest class release thing. That's definitely not the case. We are following our own personal release schedule. Yeah. Yeah, actually, Glavier was the first class that was released to Lost Ark. Period. Like after the base classes, which included Summoner, which didn't include Striker, didn't include Paladin, didn't include Sorceress, didn't include Gunslinger, right? Gunslinger, a newish class, Sorceress, a newish class, right? So nobody had these at the beginning. But that's just because they weren't out yet, right? Hey, I think I know Dawn also. I think I've seen Dawn having some guides on Icy Veins. I'm not quite sure if it's the same person, but there was a Dawn. Nice and chill guy, right? Little goatee there. I cannot say for sure. Speaking of Icy Veins, I've also started to write guides there for the Lost Ark section. Now we all know Max Roll, right? We all know Max Roll is, the shit. But these guys from Icy Veins that have been doing like WoW and Diablo kind of content for very many years, they also wanted to come to the Lost Ark market. So they contacted me to write some guides for them. So I've started to write guides on Icy Veins. The section is definitely not ready at all. That's why I didn't promote it so far, because we're not yet ready with the infrastructure and stuff. But there are some guides there. For example, like my Swiftness Artillerist build is already there. There are some other very nice guides from Wilkie. There will be very soon. I'm spoiling everything, but just saying there will be very soon very nice guides from Lino on PvP and how you should spec your classes for PvP. I hope that all of you guys already know who Lino is. A very well-spoken person and a very good player, always in the master, grandmaster ranks of PvP. So yeah, it's hard with Icy Veins done. It's hard. This follow through is hard because they always have something else. Now they wanted to do Diablo Immortal, so you know, our Lost Ark section was again, let's say, sort of put on a little bit of a pause. But they're moving on, let's say, at a very snail pace. At one point it is going to pick up. I'm not sure if it's going to be too late or not, but you know, just for you guys to know, on top of max roll, there is also another site in the coming with really good guides, especially class guides. I don't want to say anything bad, but I think that our guides on Icy Veins, our class guides, are actually better than the max roll class guides. Not gonna say anything. I don't want to, you know, offend anyone, but yeah, I don't know. I was looking at the artillerist guides also on max roll at the beginning of the game, and they were just weird. So that's what I remember. I think Choylicious has some fantastic guides on max roll, class guides, because he actually plays Scrapper as a class. I think Saint Own's guide on max roll, the Sorcerer's guide, is just gorgeous because he actually plays the class. But our guides on Icy Veins are from people who actually play the class and are constantly involved in everything that's changing. But I haven't, to my shame, I haven't really browsed max roll a lot. I think I know they have a very nice gear calculator, like to calculate rates for honing. That's gorgeous. I think recently they released a skill build thing where you can build your character up. I think that's amazing as well. Yeah, and they also have the sort of a good, well-made map completion, right? Adventure tome thing. There, it has some problems, or at least it had last time I browsed it. Some missing information at times, but there's so much to cover, so I forgive them for that. So the max roll has a lot of great stuff on the website, but I still think that my artillerist guide on Icy Veins is just the shit. Just saying. Cool. So what else do we do? How did I bypass the region lock? I didn't bypass any region lock. I'm actually not region locked. They have unlocked Estonia a week before, or 3 weeks before release. Yeah. The guide on max roll for Bard was pretty good before, but now it actually sucks. Yeah, I haven't browsed recently, but at the time when I browsed, I basically only browsed the artillerist guide, which I didn't like at all. It was recommending to have the harsh oath set for Argos, but it was recommended to max out crit, which was just literally a very bad idea for an artillerist to have 1350 crit here and the crit pet, and also play adrenaline as an engraving, so you can get 140% crit rate with firepower enhancement level 3. So that it just made no sense. I did browse the Scrapper guide from Choylicious, very good guide. The Sorceress from Saint Own, very good. And other very good stuff they had there in terms of a skill builder and also, sorry, the honing thing and the adventure tome. But yeah, there were some guides there that people have reported. Even now, you guys in chat are saying that it was a little bit lackluster in terms of class guides, right? But on Icy Veins, the ones we put out are from people who actually play the game. For example, if I would show you, where is it? Icy Veins. if I would show you in the Lost Ark section, where are we? Lost Ark here. It's a work in progress. We just started, right? Menus are going to be rearranged, etc. Classes, for example, this is mine, the Firepower Enhancement Artillerist. This is just a weird name, but it's a fantastic guide on the swiftness build. This month, I'm also going to upload the specialization build. We also have other guides here from the classes. I'm not sure if they were placed. For example, from Wilkie, he mains Lancemaster, so he did the Lancemaster guide. I'm not sure if it's up right here. He also plays Striker, I believe, so he did a very nice Striker guide as well. Lino is going to come here with the class guides for the PvP section, which Lino is just fantastic, right? He knows so much. And also Kanima. I don't know if you guys know Kanima. He's a very long-term player on Gunslinger. He did the Gunslinger guides here, not yet up, but they will be. I don't know if you guys know Shandayman. He's a very long-time player on Shadowhunter. I corrupted him to make some guides for Icy Veins about Shadowhunter because he played it so much and he's, let's say, my go-to source for Shadowhunter things. So he's invested, right? So we wanted to do guides here from people that are invested, right? And I've done also a lot of other guides, like for example my Giant Heart guides. I think this is mine. Yeah, this is mine. This is a great overview that I've put together. I know it sounds like I'm praising myself, but I'm not. It's just that I've literally been through them and I've gotten every single one of them. So I've put together here a list of pictures and text, a little bit of text for every single heart and what exactly do you need to do and where is it, where you can find it, and what are the prerequisites, especially for the number 12, for example, on Shadow Moon Market. This is exactly everything that you need to know and where they are and stuff. I know it looks, you know, brutal with my paint kind of things, but just saying it's very useful, right? But this is just, we just started out, so, you know, no. Yeah. Okay, let's take these glasses on my destroyer. Let's see if they fit on the same slot as my... which ones do we take? Assuming they are on the different spot. Which ones would you guys take? Enhanced shell versus forward barrage. So there is no discussion in between these two skills. If you're playing a swiftness, you're going to take enhanced shell. If you're playing specialization, you're going to take forward barrage. Silver, follow my heart, black, silver or black. Do the preview first, right? Yeah, these look cool. Actually, look how nice the red ones fit with the tips of my shoulder plates, sort of, and with the handle of my hammer. But you never know when you're gonna swap these things out, right? Okay, so the blue ones are pretty bad, right? Oh my god, can he stop moving? Right. What about the black ones? I feel that the black ones are too black. Right. Maybe it's just a very high contrast because of my hair, but I feel like they're just way too black. It just looks like the background black. It doesn't look like real from inside the game. So maybe we can go for the silver ones are not that realistic either. What if we go for the red? Huh? We do something special. Let's go for the red. Okay, something unique. Look how nice. Look at this. Look how a decent look this is. And I'm gonna be wearing my I have Argos, I believe, shoulder plates. Oh shit, I have different shoulder plates and now they're not gonna fit anymore. I thought I had... Why didn't I get Argos shoulder plates? Wow, I think I made a mistake. I should have taken black like you guys said. Fucking hell. Have you guys tried to get Memorizer to do guides for Icy Veins? No, I do not know who Memorizer is. Let me type down his name. Memorizer. I'm gonna put it here in my notepad so I can remember. Yeah. Needless to say that Icy Veins also pays for these guides, right? So that goes without saying. Same as Maxroll pays and paid a good amount of money to all of the content creators that did guides for Maxroll and helped, which is perfectly normal. And what I did is from my share of the money, I gave to other content creators also to write some guides. I didn't pay them yet because, as you can see, the guides are not up yet. You know, we're still settling things. But I'm very happy and willing, if you guys like this guy Memorizer, to talk to him and pay him for the guides that he could potentially write there from my own share. Because I think it's more important to have guides written by people who know stuff, as opposed to me writing every guide for every class that I don't play, just so I can get the most money myself. Yeah. What is the best way to farm XP for my cards to awaken? How is it possible that you need to farm XP for your cards? Like, don't you have enough? I mean, I have 500,000 XP and I think to myself that I have decent sets of cards and I have maxed the ones that matter out. Are you maxing all your cards? Are you see that you have +6 here, you're just 6ing out this one, Arbor Nakrasena, just for no reason? Repair your gear. Yeah, I have to repair my gear. There's a piece that's also... No, there's no piece. It's just the gloves that are a little bit yellow here, right? Yeah. Yeah, look, also Dawn. Yeah, I have to talk to Dawn also. I talked to Icy Veins about you, Dawn, so that you would continue writing your island things with Mokokos, and because you made them very nice. You had, I don't know, again, you had, I've just read a couple of your things. For example, the Kalterherz Island, where you mentioned that you can get the island heart from the big boxes only, but you can also actually get it from the small pouches as well. So there was some stuff that I noticed. I wanted to actually talk to you, but I don't know what Icy Veins' plans are for those other guides. Right now they want to focus on class guides, so... But yeah, I need to talk to you also. Yeah. Well, when I get some time on Discord, I can. Ayu LOL is good for Bard. I think Ayu LOL, isn't this the guy who writes guides for Max Roll also in terms of classes? Is there a good mercenary system in Lost Ark? How does someone get hired as a mercenary, join as a mercenary for GVG? Yeah, you can join as a mercenary, and also you can get... Isn't there... Don't ask me guild stuff. I'm just a member. I've never led my own guild, so... we don't have anything here. I actually wouldn't even be able to tell you where the mercenaries get hired from, or where do you need to sign up as a mercenary. I used to know this in Korea because I always used to sign up as a mercenary there, simply because I didn't have a guild, but that was like 2 years ago. Yeah, I know that I know that it's possible. Maybe someone in chat can help you with this guild stuff. I really have no clue whatsoever. Removal of the 1460 Stronghold research for honing. Yeah, actually one of the other reasons why I'm not very keen on going to 1460 is because I don't even have the Stronghold research that would, for example, help my alt get faster, past 1470, right? And my thoughts are that I actually talked about this at the beginning of the stream. I don't think they did it on purpose. I think there's something else there. I couldn't say why would they not want us to have that particular research, but I don't think it's on purpose that we don't have it yet, because I think that their goal is to get people higher up as friendly as possible and let the whales whale. I also believe that they might feel they don't have any competition right now in terms of other games, so they don't really need to push out all of the content fast to keep people in or get people back here. So because of this, I think that this honing buff from the Stronghold might have actually been left out on purpose, just because they have other events planned, and just because maybe they don't necessarily want people to, you know, hone so much now, because there is no upcoming new content that's very hard to reach. Like there is Vikas 1460, but you know, many people are already there. Many people are already using the current things in game to get there. So yeah, there can be either one of the two. Either they fucked up something, or they actually did it on purpose, simply because they want to space out content a little bit more now. They've reached their Valtan milestone, which they really wanted to get out fast. And from now on, let's space out content and let's, you know, give people something to look forward to in the future, as opposed to everyone honing right this instant. So, or maybe they are just greedy. Yeah, you know what? It can happen. Who are we to know? It can be just a greed thing. Like, you know, take it easier with honing, or feel a little bit more, let's say, incentivized to play the game longer, or even pay real money. You know, God knows. I don't know how you guys hone, but yeah, this destroyer specialization and gravity training, it's such an amazing build to play, and it also does just flat out does more damage than the rage hammer. It's simple as it is. It's not that easy to play. Well, same as every specialization build, it's not that straightforward to play. At least specialization build for slower classes that I've played, like for example summoner or artillerist. It gets a bit more complicated to play on these classes, a specialization build, destroyer included. So rage hammer is very easy, straightforward. You can have the certainty that you get your skills out, right? So I guess in real content, maybe, or if you're a little bit newer, or if you don't have, or if you pug a lot, then I think the rage hammer is better. But this one just does more damage, but it's also a bit more chance. You have to be in front of the boss a lot. What they could do is give us the other honing buff. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that they don't want to kill the game. That's what I'm pretty sure of. I think they are trying to make the right choices, positive things, because I don't think that they want to shoot themselves in the foot. Whether they are making the right choices based on what the community wants, apparently not, with the class release schedule and also with this honing buffs that are missing. But who knows what their plans are, right? Yeah. If you were playing since beta and gathered all daily login rewards and did most of the quests, you should be near 1 million card XP or even above that. Yeah, I guess you're right. I think I was also near 1 million, but I had to awaken some of the cards for the sets. So I have sets that I have bags here that are unopened. Shall we open these and see what we get? Yeah, let's open these. I think this is interesting for you guys to see also. And I was also very curious. Yeah, let's see how many legendary packs we get. I'm basically opening somewhere around 100 of these packs. Loot box time, yeah. I play Gun Lancer. Should I go blue or red build? I think Gun Lancer works very fine with red build also. I think as a Gun Lancer you can have no problem playing. Ah, there we go. Look at this, we got one. Yeah, it's a chance one, but we got one. I think as a gun lancer you should have some fun and play the red build now, and maybe play the blue build for content that might require you to play the blue build. I don't know when that content might be. I have no idea. Belshazzar, maybe? At the beginning of Belshazzar? Thank you so much, by the way, for the 4.99 chasing the tail. Super sticker, yeah? I think that's how it is on YouTube. Oh, there we go. We have someone that's spamming, so we will remove this user. There we go. Thank you, Sapia. And nice to see you, Sapia, also. I still haven't finished my South Verne story on several characters. Actually, I haven't finished my South Verne story on any besides my main artillerist. Fucking hell. Right, so at the end of the day, we got 36 blue ones. Where are they? Let's sort them. So 36 green ones, 36 blue ones, 18 epic, and 1 legendary out of 90 something, 95 I think it was, packs of cards that would have given us. What card did we get from here? I'm so curious. Right. I mean, what was I expecting, right? Let's go and take a look. What set of cards could I possibly play now? Oh my god, I can play damage minus 5% from Abyss Raid monsters. Abyss Raid monsters. That means Argos is going to be easier for me. Damage plus 20% to foes with 30% or lower HP at 20 piece awakening. Yeah, well, anyway, at least I didn't have it, right? Or, yeah, I didn't have it. So, it's still something. Yeah, you know, on one hand, I would actually even be happier to get set from the cards from the other set that comes with Elgasia, right? Where you need to do dark damage to light foes. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. Cool. Yeah, maybe I need to, you know, pay to win a little bit in the cash shop so I can get these packs of cards. 10 pieces for 180 diamonds. Seems like a pretty legit trade. We have time. We have plenty of time. Who knows? Future events also are gonna bring cards, and with the new patch also now that comes with Vikas, we're gonna have another place where we can get cards from and card packs, which is fantastic. Or was that in July with our Arcanist? I don't know, June or July. We're gonna have more places to get cards from, yeah. Copium. Argos boss, let's go. Yeah, actually yesterday I did Argos. I did Argos yesterday with the pre-made, and I ended up doing 35% of the damage, so I thought to myself that maybe I'm gonna leave that pre-made and join it with my destroyer and just bus, take other 3 people and bus 4 spots, sell Argos for 500 gold each. You can farm Argon Island for card XP, 15k per ice sculpture. Holy cow, that's a hard fight. Some people are doing just some, like, so, I don't know, these weird nasty things that you can do in Lost Ark, right? But they're like so boring and just bad to do. And some people are actually putting in all the effort to get everything that the game has to offer, which is nice to see in any case. Yeah, some people are going hard. Well, 500 gold if you sell, you sell 500 gold for 4 spots. That means the other 4 that are bussing can get 500 gold each. I don't know where they're selling for 2-3k. I think maybe in NA. I think NA has a big problem with RMT. I think also NA has a big problem with prices, right? I'm not sure exactly on the prices of NA, but if right now there's like 10 to 15k queues on NA servers, that must mean that there's also a lot of bots there, more than on the EU servers, which means that it's very profitable for bots to be there, right? EU West is 2k too. Can we check actually? Is it like 2k for an Argos bus? Really? Abyssal Raid, where are we? P3, you need 20,000 attack power. Want to sell P3, 2.5k. You guys are right. Holy cow. Why did I think it's 500 gold? 2,500 gold to... I really have to start carrying people. Wow. 2.2k gold per slot. And he has 8 people. So that means people are actually paying this. So who's carrying? Him. These 4 are carrying and these 4 are AFK. I guess they're gonna swap parties when they get inside, right? So they can split in phase 2. I see. Okay. Oh, that's good. 500 gold in Korea. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, if you think about it, if you just pay 2,000 gold, right, to be like competitive, get your groups filled up fast, that's extra 2,000 gold for each person in the party. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. That another reason why having alts leveled up to a place where you could potentially do this. You don't need 1460 to do this. Absolutely not. 1445 with 4 engravings and perfect stats, which is something that you should strive to achieve, is definitely doable, right? To carry people. And that's why I'm saying that having alts at 1445 gives you so nice value, right? So nice value. Not only for the Chaoses, for the Descaluda, for Valtan runs every week, but also for bussing Argos, which is very nice. 2.8k NA West. Would you explain the bus, please? Well, I mean, it's very simple. You take as many people as you can possibly carry, and the rest of you just do the run normally, right? You split inside 2 and 2 into 2 different groups, and you take 2 other people who just stay AFK and die, and then you just finish Argos as a 4-man, or as a 5-man, or as a 6-man. Alts at 1445. My main isn't even 1445. Yeah, I know what you're saying. My main is at 1445, but I don't have alts at 1445. But I was saying that, for example, instead of pushing your main from 1445 to 1460 or 1470, so you can do Kokuseiton later, or you can do hard mode Vikas when you have entries to normal mode Vikas at 1430. I don't know, might not be the best choice in terms of like efficiency, because you can gain so much gold by not doing that and just getting another character there. You know what I'm saying? But of course, there's always the price of the new content, right? Most of you guys maybe have not played Years of Lost Ark and have done all this content. So of course you should hone to keep up with the endgame content, right? I'm not advising you to stop honing and just create alts from now on, but I'm just saying there's so much value if you have the balls to stop honing and just skip a couple of raids until later, right? Yeah, but anyways, it's bad advice. I would personally consider doing it, but I don't think you guys should. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I need to go wake up one of my kids. It's 3:30. I am so thankful for you being here. Today was a short stream, just a couple of hours. I'm looking to start streaming more often to come here and chat with you. So I'm advising you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and come join me in my next stream. I'll see you soon. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the chat, and catch